What's up, everybody? Rasati out here in Singapore. Thank you so much for joining me on my Night Owl podcast. And as always, you guys, I really appreciate you guys joining me. I really enjoy sharing what I'm learning, what I'm understanding, the things that are being revealed to me, the need that is out there, that my audience is being braver and braver every day, enough to be able to let me know what it is that they're going through, what they need, where they need help, why they need help. It's just been magnificent, actually. And I can't express the amount of gratitude I have to the universe for putting me right where I am at the moment, because I didn't understand my position when I first started, and I didn't know why I was choosing Singapore of all places. I mean, I have family all over the world. I could throw a dart at a map and I could find somewhere that I have family that I could go live with them. But I chose Singapore, honestly, in the beginning because I have the biggest concentration of relatives here. My mom's entire side of the family is here. A lot of her cousins, a lot of, our extended relatives are between here and Malaysia. A lot of people in this area. I mean, granted, I do have a bunch of people in Brisbane, lots of people in Melbourne, Sydney, New Zealand, y'all. I have people in Auckland. I got people in Canada, in the US. I mean, it could be from the Bay Area all the way to Houston, East Coast, my family in Richmond, in Yogaville. Like, I got people everywhere, for real. Tons of people in London, a lot of people across Europe. Of course, I still got my cousins back home in Jaffna. I have people in India. I could go anywhere I wanted to. I have family. But I chose Singapore because, like I said, the biggest concentration of family members is here. My mom's entire side of the family is here. But eventually, as things moved on and progressed, and I kind of started to put down roots, I was trying to figure out what else I could be doing here. Like, how can I contribute to society, right? That's one of my human needs as well. One is growth and expansion. The other one is contribution. I need to be able to feel like I'm giving back somehow. Like, I found a way to thrive, and now I want to give back to the community and make sure that I'm being a good citizen, basically. And at first, I wasn't sure how the hell I could possibly do that. I thought it was in the school system somehow. I really prayed that there would be a way that I could actually work within the school system, mostly because I wanted to be able to take vacations when baby girl was out of school at the same time. So I didn't have to, ask my job for time off while she's got the June holidays going on or something like that so we could spend some time together. I figured if I was in the school system, I would have that time automatically, right? Right. But it didn't quite work out that way, and that's okay too. I did work in the school system in various aspects of it. I felt really good about that. But eventually, I found my niche. I found the calling for coaching. I found a way to kind of teach the things that I was good at because trial by fire, y'all. I found a way to fix the things other people weren't able to fix for me, or at least help me fix. Now, I've already told you this. I've been through several types of counseling in my life at different times in my life, and while they were able to let me know that I was quite self-aware and I was able to, rationalize why people did what they did, they decided that I was no longer in need of therapy. However, the pain lingered, the pain persisted, and I didn't know what to do with it. So I had to go on my own journey, my walkabout or whatever, and I had to figure out what it was that I could do to find peace, to kind of reconcile the things that were still hurting me. Why was it still hurting me? What could I possibly do that might, alleviate some of this pain? So as I figured out all those things, I am finding ways to teach people. And nothing was more evident than today when I had a lot of people just reach out. I had one person stop by the house and we had a really great chat about the ways in which we could expand ourselves and create more that would be helpful. How do we brand ourselves? How do I find my voice? How do I build a community and, build a following and increase my social media presence on Instagram or Facebook or on Twitter or on YouTube, all those things. And all that stuff kind of came pouring out of this young man. And I felt really great because I was able to give him the benefit of all the mistakes I've made to date. And we brainstormed a little bit, and there's nothing better than conversations like that. We were brainstorming. It wasn't me telling him what to do. We were talking about what he's seen before and what he thinks the rules to the game are, and then I could show him what I know the rules of the game seem to be at the moment, but I also reminded him they're prone to change because they're forever trying to make us work for this algorithm to work in our benefit, right? So it was interesting. It was a really great conversation. In the midst of that conversation, I got a message on Twitter, actually a direct message on Twitter from a young lady who was having a tough time, and I gotta say, I was not sure if it would be a great fit or not, but I decided, you know what? I'm going to come into this eyes wide open. I let her know, hey, right now I'm with a client. If you don't mind waiting for a little while, I don't mind speaking to you. Let's just have a chat and see where this goes. To be honest, I didn't intend to spend more than half an hour because I've left all my discovery calls to be about half an hour so I can get to know the person in general. But her story hit me, and I didn't have the heart to stop her because I could tell it was taking a great deal of courage for her to even start opening up. So once she got going, I wanted her to complete it. I wanted her to finish because I knew she needed it just as much as I wanted to hear what was going on with her. So a good 3 hours later, I sat down and I told her, look, I know what you need and I know what I can offer. I also know that you need the support network more than you need the coaching right now. You need to know someone's there that you can reach out to. So let's start there and we'll work our way up to coaching if that's what you need. But at least this is low maintenance and it's a little bit of an accountability more than it is coaching. And I felt good because I knew exactly what she was going through. While my situation is different from hers detail wise, I know what was going through her head. I know that she's able to see, like I was able to see, why people acted the way that they did. But like I had trouble with, the pain is persisting and I can't seem to get over the pain. It seems to take over all of my thoughts. And I knew because I'd been in a similar situation that I'd be able to share as well. So I chose to share a little bit of my story as well. Most times in a discovery session, I don't feel the need to share bits and pieces of my story, mostly because they're just trying to sort out the details of what our relationship would be. What kind of professional support are they looking for? How much time are they looking to invest? Things of that nature. But when it's somebody who's really on the brink of changing their lives for the better, I want to make sure that I give them the benefit of the doubt. I want to make sure that they understand I'm going to invest time in you. And in order for you to trust that I know what I'm talking about, I need to show you with the language that these are the things that I've dealt with. And honestly, the best compliment I think I've ever received in my life is the fact that she said she felt like she was talking to herself, but 10 years in the future. And it really rocked me to my core. And this was even before I actually started sharing my story, as I was yesing and and yes, I understand all of those things. I was asking questions along the way because I needed to help her get the story out, and I knew she was kind of stuck. She wasn't sure what to say. So we asked questions. I clarified, I did all of my active listening because I really was interested in this girl's story. And when she said that to me, I felt like a lump kind of loosen in my throat. And I felt like, wow, you know what? This is confirmation that I'm on the right path, that I'm doing the right things, I'm right where I need to be. Because I'm finally being the change I wish I had back in the day. I'm being the mentor that I wish I could have gone to back in the day. I'm being the therapist that I wish I had back in the day. And there couldn't have been a bigger sign of that than today. To have that first conversation with that gentleman who stopped by the house, to have this second conversation with this young lady who felt like she was talking to her future self, which, oh my gosh, that gave me such clarity and such peace. And then even after that, I had another conversation with a young lady, and I was able to give her the benefit of my panic attacks and how I manage all of my panic attacks. And I feel like I was able to ease some of her tension so she could actually sleep tonight. Sometimes the days go by and I feel like I am stuck in a rut where I'm saying the same things, but people really aren't understanding what I'm saying. Some days I feel like everything happens all at once, and not necessarily where I can actually help out the next person, but one person complains and another person complains, and it's one thing after another, almost like a barrage of complaint, and I feel bogged down by the energy. And then there are nights like this where I've done nothing but counsel and speak and discuss for at least 7 hours straight today. And I don't feel tired and I don't feel weighed down. I feel lifted and I feel supported. And this is where I realize that therapy and counseling is not just for my client. Sometimes it's what I need to hear too. A lot of times I hear the advice that I need come out of my own damn mouth, but it's for somebody else. And I'm suddenly like, damn, I need to take my own medicine. But this is why I do what I do. And this is how I know what I'm doing makes an impact. And it may not be a massive impact. It may not be Tony Robbins style impact, okay? Maybe that'll come. Maybe it'll never come. I don't care. But the fact that I could help one person tonight, actually it was really 3 people, but the fact that I could do that for 3 people today, that feels like a job well done. That feels like a life well lived. That feels like satisfaction. That sounds like success to me. That's the kind of success I want to go to sleep to every night. Like I did something that mattered. that I helped someone, I eased someone's burden. I was there at the right place at the right time. Because so many times in my past, I just wasn't. This gives me hope. To give you hope gives me hope. And you know what? I really am happy doing what I'm doing. This is exactly what I want to do the rest of my life. I love you guys. If you have any questions or concerns, drop them in the comments below. But in the meantime, please. I didn't know I could make a difference. So now I know you can make a difference too. Just do something you love with all your heart. Whatever you do, do it with all your heart. And I know you'll make a difference. I know. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.